Dan Gadberry approached the zoo in April of this year, April of 2012, and asked us if we would be interested in interviewing a potential employee through MHMR. Through the process, we screened John Paul's application, we interviewed him. We were impressed with his interview. We thought he did very well, and we hired him. He went through our orientation, our on-the-job training. Good benefit has been that we've had resources that we can fall back on through MHMR. They check in with us frequently. They provided a job coach that came to work with him through his orientation, through his on-the-job training. Checked in with him several times during his first several weeks of working here, and you know, they've checked in with us periodically to make sure things are going well. When we've had an issue that we've had to address with John Paul, they've assisted us with that and able to help us communicate with him. One of the great things about an employee like John Paul is that working at the zoo was his dream job. So he was highly motivated to come and work here and do a good job for us, and you know, he wants to do a good job, and he wants to show up and be successful and keep his job. So that's been a great, you know, it helps having somebody who loves animals and wants to come to the zoo and wants to see the animals every day. We never felt any pressure to hire him just because they had approached us. They wanted us to screen his application, to interview him, to take him through the whole process like we would a normal employee, and make a decision. And we never felt like we always felt like if we had to make the decision that John Paul would not have been a good fit here, we could have done so, and we could have told them that. We never felt any pressure at all to hire him. Employees through programs like this, they tend to be enthusiastic about coming to work. They tend to want to show up. You know, they show up on time. That is one of the things about John Paul, is he wants to be here on time every day. And like I mentioned before, he was always worried about his bus running behind schedule and wanting to make sure that he was here at the time he was scheduled to be here. And that's one of the great things about employees with John Paul being in this program.
I just like to work here. When I was small, I always wanted to come work here.